This is just he's the only guy you're talking to, you know what I mean? He's literally the only guy in the room, still.
Yo, it says you are live. I
Shalom.
got the notification. It says you are live, so I'm live. So what's up, everybody? It is your boy Doggie Diamonds. It's Doggie Diamonds TV. You know what I do. 9:30. I think that's my official time slot. 9:30, 9:35. So for all the people who support me, you know 9:30, almost 7 days a week. I'm here. And I'm here to put on for y'all. I'm here to put on various artists. Some people you know, some people you don't know, some people you gonna know, some people you need to know. And it's not about how many people is here in the chat room with me. It's about the impact. It's not about how many people watch, it's who's watching. Always remember that. Don't get caught up in these numbers and all that. So shout out to everybody in the chat room who's here. I have somebody that's coming on the screen that I did an interview with previously, but again, just like the situation with Tom Gist and J.O. Felony, around that same time, I had little tech issues, so I didn't want to put the interviews out. So with nothing like the present. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce the audience, my audience, to somebody. And I'm going to let him introduce himself. So without further ado, let me bring him on the screen. So what's up? What's going on? Introduce yourself to the people. We live.
Shalom, King. Yo, my name Hova Nissi, a.k.a. Jovito. Hova Nissi, 585 in this bitch, you heard?
So 585, where is that at?
Rochester, New York, upstate New York.
Oh, man, Rochester, New York, upstate New York. So when I think of upstate, I think of a lot of people. First of all, I want to ask you, how did y'all take over? How did y'all take over like that? What happened? Like y'all just came out of nowhere, and Buffalo and Rochester and Syracuse and all these places just swooped down and just took over hip hop. How did that happen? Because I ain't see it happen.
We stuck to our guns, bro. Today we sticking to our guns. We're New York. We're nothing else. You feel me? Shout out to Buffalo, Griselda, you know, TCF Special. You know what I'm saying? Forgive me. Somebody called. You know what I'm saying? That was my mama. Am I back? Cause I don't see.
Yeah, we here. Shout out to Mom Dukes. Can you see me?
Nah. I think they watching. So you know what I mean. So at the end of the day, I just gotta vibrate that. So we took over, bro, cause we working hard. We still in the gutter. We still in the grit. You know what I'm saying? Whoa, my bad. So we still in the gutter. We still in the grit. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of us still got the dream and the passion to make it, and we really ain't get our shot. So the hunger's still there, the passion's still there, and we here, we pushing, you dig?
So you was also a part of crafting the sound that's coming from up there. When you was, tell them what role you played, because you're an MC, but tell them some of the other roles you played in crafting this sound.
I'm an audio recording engineer. I'm a producer, a videographer, digital cinematographer. So I got a man of many hats. You know what I'm saying? So behind the backgrounds, that's why it's kind of like a lot of us are so delayed in our forthcoming to hip hop, because we're doing a lot of background work. So in Rochester, New York, I've engineered for a lot of your favorite artists. I've mixed, you know what I'm saying, and recorded and worked very close on their projects, including including Black G's. Shout out to Black G's. We have an album out right now called Glockchester that I produced fully. I engineered fully. And it was me and him just working on that whole project. We got another one. We got two more coming out that are for sure. And then, future things happen. And I'm producing them. So, you know what I mean? I was in the background producing and engineering for a lot of artists. And now it's my time as an artist, to come forward, you know what I mean, for upstate New York.
So the sound, to me, it's like traditional boom bap, but not the dirty boom bap that's dated. It's like the boom bap. It's like the 2021, 2022 boom bap.
Yeah.
Did you, how y'all put that together? How do y'all make that happen?
To be honest, that's just a sound that we carry. we didn't care about the South sound. I mean, a lot of us tried, dabbled in it. I'm not going to front, you know, because that was the bag. You feel me? But other than that, nah, fuck all that. We kept it real. You know what I'm saying? We kept it 100. We kept it New York. And this is the thing, is like, while everybody was changing and taking different paths, it's kind of like we knew it would come back around.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Even Fred the Godson told me personally, like, yeah, Ho Vito, you might sound outdated right now, but hip hop's coming back around, and when the shit hit, y'all niggas gonna be ahead of the game. You know what I'm saying? And that's why he kind of locked in with us like he did. He favored that. He was a fan. You know what I'm saying? So love him, God bless him, you know what I'm saying? And his family. You know what I mean? So that's how it happened. We're true hip hop connoisseurs, historians. We love the game. We love that we're New York. You know, truthfully, like a lot of people say we're biased because I caught your show. I caught your show, Kareem Johnson.
Yeah, last night. Yep.
That shit was dope. But I wanted to say a lot of shit, but I was like, but to be honest, it's real shit. It's like we're not biased towards the South. It's not what it's about. It's just like we lost New York in the midst of the whole situation.
Gotcha.
Because New York doesn't sound like New York 100% anymore. I wake up to my radio stations, I feel like I'm in Atlanta. I don't feel like I'm in New York. I don't feel like I'm in my hometown. You know, a lot of people feel that way. So like we make the music we want to hear. And now it's just working for us. You feel me? It makes sense. It was time for, you know, for this to make sense.
Yeah, so let me ask you something else. How do you feel like with Upstate to a certain extent, sometimes the 5 boroughs at one point wasn't embracing y'all. The 5 boroughs was treating Upstate like how we would treat down south. Was it a point? Yeah, was it a point that was going
on? Being that we're the new New York, I believe we should have a new mindset, and it should be more of a positive, more of a leading type mindset instead of a I'm gonna get you back ass like mindset. Because to be honest, we love New York. There's a lot of the greats. That's why we reach back to New York. The ones that we're fans of, the ones that we want to see alive again. If we have anything to do with it, we're going to reach out to the legends who made us who we are today. I would have reached to Pun in a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? I would have reached out to my guy $500,000 in a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? Like fuck that. If that's how your career is going right now, well, let's wake it up with us, you know, because truthfully, we need the unification more than the separation. We're like the little brothers who's getting on right now. You know what I'm saying? Yes. We supposed to treat our big brothers like, yo, y'all fucked up. Well, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Let me open them doors for you again. You feel me? Not like kicking niggas while they down and shit. Like that was shit I go through. I went through hell and back to get to my position. So I know how to treat an individual that's inspiring dreams like myself. You feel me? Like we need them back. And we need them back, you know, more than ever now because the way things are going in life, man, we need that knowledge. You know, people fail to realize that, yeah, we old rappers, but we've been through a lot. And we have knowledge you probably, you know, won't be able to retain if we pass away. It's gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is time to teach each other, heal each other. You know what I'm saying? And take control of shit. You know what I'm saying? And do it the right fucking way. Because niggas is clowns.
Yeah, that's why I carry myself the way I do. That's why when I speak, it ain't nothing but it's a ball of information. You know what I'm saying? That's why I conducted myself. When I first got my big interview on a big platform, that's why I carried myself the way I did, because what you just said, you know, I can't go nowhere with this. Not if I pass away, you know, if it's my time tonight, if it's my time tomorrow, look what I left the world. Look at the last impression of some of the things that came out of my mouth, and shit like that lives forever, and people don't get that. You know what I'm saying? People don't get that. So you also did some legendary engineering sessions for some great artists. Tell the people about that.
Without a doubt, I engineered for, you know, like Spesh. I engineered for like, you know, Avery Store, Marshall Griffith, no. You know, I worked at Quad Studios. I engineered for J.Cole. I worked with J.Cole. Like, I had a beautiful, beautiful like career in engineering, and I still do, and I'm still going. Like, you know, I still got names that I'm achieving under my belt. you know, because of Special, when I was rocking with him, I've really mixed a lot of records, a lot of big names like Gucci Mane and French Montana and Ching's Drugs.
Say that again. Hold on. Nah, don't say that again. Tell the people some of them records you missed. Who you said?
Gucci Mane, French Montana, Chinks Drugs. The list goes on. Noriega, Vado, you know, Benny. You know what I'm saying? You know, you could throw them all in there, you know. Armani Caesar, you know what I'm saying? We all used to live in the same house. Me, Armani, Class Murder, Spesh, Dwayne Collins, and my boy ID who passed away. We all lived in the same house and we all used to like machines. This is why we have the sound we have, in like the goals, you know, we achieve them the way we do. It's like passion. It's like no matter what kind of quarrels we have inside of us, that passion ain't going nowhere. We monstrous in the studios, bro.
So what you using what was you using, what do you use to make your beats?
Right now I got an MPC what is it? Studio. I love it. I could go anywhere. I make beats in my car and everywhere. It's got a SP12 option that, of course, is not hitting like a SP would.
I'm about to say, don't do that. You're going to make me go get my baby and show the world, you know.
You need to do the auction on your shit.
We're never doing, listen, let me tell you something. My SP1200, to me, is my first girl. That's the first thing. I think I touched that machine more than I touched some of my early girlfriends. Like some of my early girls, they used to come to my house and I'd be like, I'll be in there in a minute. And I'm in there going.
I done lost relationships because of how I move in the studio.
You know, it's funny, but tell people, because I want a lot of the up and coming artists to know that. Myself also, I lost relationships with a lot of women because they didn't understand my passion to create music. You know, and the funny thing about it is that now later on it's paying off, but back then it didn't really seem like it would. It seemed like a dream, but I used to tell people, I'm not chasing a dream, I'm chasing my reality. This is real. I'm making this happen in real time. I'm not asleep. You know what I'm saying? I'm conscious, you know. So what are some of the things you went through just to make music and be in this game?
A lot, you know. I sacrificed it all. I stopped fucking with the streets a long time ago. You know, when you in the streets or you coming from shit like that, you know what I'm saying, and you really trying to fix your life, people don't like that. You know, I don't know if it's the devil attacking, you know, but at the end of the day, you know, I fought through it all, like, you know, sleeping in floors, hustling, raising my 2 babies by myself, you know, like with my mom's help, you know, getting all the ridicule type shit, you know, you broke, you bum, you'll never amount to nothing, you know, you doing this hip hop shit, you're never gonna make it, you know, all the cliches, all the, you know, all the fights, you know, just time in the studio, you know, what you doing fucking.
Yeah.
A whole tornado of disbelief and naysayers, and you know, like, I'm 40, homie, and I'm not ashamed of it.
No,
and
ain't nothing to be ashamed. We the same age. I'm not ashamed either.
I get it from people like, yo, you too old to rap, blah, blah, blah. I say, all right, battle me. Straight like that. You know what I'm saying? Battle me right now. Take me off my throne, and I'll leave rap alone for the rest of my fucking life. How about that? Like, you know, a lot of people don't understand the skills we acquire, how long it took to get them. They don't see the tunnel vision. They don't see what we see at the end of this shit. They don't feel the passion. They don't understand, you know, the rewards for your hard work. They don't get it because they not about it. They never was. A lot of people just started rapping. A lot of people, you know, they think rapping is cool, so they do, and they see the money, they see the women, you know what I'm saying? Back in the 90s, we had none of those luxuries. You either had to know how to fight, you had to really know how to rap on the spot. They'll test you freestyle. You had to freestyle sharp, you know, battle this dude right there on the spot. You had to be able to battle right on the spot. There was no times, there was minimal mistakes. That's how you got signed. You know, if you was sharp and your numbers was right, cats was gonna put you up there like, yo, this is the cat you gotta hear. This cat is sharp. You know, da-da-da-da. Next thing you know, you get buzzed from the streets. You get buzzed from cats who's really doing it, who know cats was really doing it next to the man who's on the mic. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the streets really, you know, slither you up there if you're really there. Like I was really in the fucking streets, all the after parties, you know, sneaking out my window as a kid, going to battle cats at the parties, you know what I'm saying, doing all that shit, getting
You
fucked
got any
up.
you got any famous battles or rappers that you battled that they might know?
To be honest, in Rochester history, yes, right? Y'all don't know Rochester that much yet. I'm gonna give it a couple years, you know, before y'all really delve into Buffalo and Rochester and start learning our true history, you know, because Upstate got a lot of wonderful history. If you saw the movie, you know, Conflicted, right? That's what it was. I can't remember because it just cost me. But like, if you see the way they got inspired to make that movie, that really is the way we live out here. Like, it's gutter, it's fuck out here. You see what I'm saying? So, I like, you know, being that we survive it and we even pass a certain age is appalling. It's like, wow, I'm here. You know what I mean? So, like, you know, I count my blessings every day. Keep it pushing towards this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy out here.
So, I think you are a, how would I, this is how you, I think you're a 3-tool artist. So are you a 3-tool or 4? Because I think I'm a 4-tool or 5-tool, but I think you're a 3. So you're a producer, MC, and engineer. That's it, right?
No.
What else? What else?
Like, okay, I'm a producer, audio engineer. You know what I'm saying? And I'm an MC for sure.
Producer,
you know
audio engineer, MC. That's 3. What else?
I also shoot videos. I'm a videographer.
Videographer. So that's 4.
And so, and like, you know, I play instruments. I got my Talkbox and my guitars. You know,
that go into producing. You can't throw that in. So you 4. So you 4. So
I guess you could say that. Yeah.
So you 4. So I think I'm a 5. I'm a producer, engineer, shoot videos, DJ, and I can rap. DJ. Yeah, I'm 5. Yeah, I'm a DJ too. DJ. That's how I started.
DJ.
No, those don't count, bro. Down count. Down count.
This counts. This falls under production as well.
Listen, bro. Until you get on them Technique 1200s or 1210s. Nah, but nah, that's under production too. But yeah, I think I'm 5. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna keep it real with you. When I was a child, like you know, besides performance, like turntables was my love.
Yeah, I love it, man.
But I was good with words, so it's just like I saw the mic and I felt like Rakim, like a microphone fiend. I was ready to just. That's why I need to be right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As a kid, I was like really in the streets and I ran like a lot of parties. I used to DJ parties. Shout out to Blue. I know y'all watching YG, all my guys. You know what I'm saying? I used to, you know, DJ all these parties and I used to learn how to, you know, put it all together. I was never a scratcher. I was just a blender and knew how to go to the next shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We call you was like a mixer. But the DJ is a DJ. DJ is a very hard job because at one point there was no Serato. So you really had to have timing. So the funny thing about myself, my DJ history is what got me into production, but it also taught me about timing. So remember what I told you earlier? I think, I don't know if it was off camera. I said my timing is everything. Everything with me is about timing. Sometimes it's not time. It's not your time. So, you know, it's funny. Music.
Shout out to DJ Green Lantern. Shout out to DJ Kool Herc. Those are my 2 favorite DJs. You know what I'm saying?
You know, it's funny, right? Because I was so crazy with timing that when I used to walk, I would never step on the crack in the sidewalk because that was the snare.
I was superstitious with that.
Yeah, but it was between the measure. You know what I'm saying? You know the measure is the snare.
Dude. You know what I learned about you, Doggie? You a musical grimy ass motherfucker, son. Brooklyn to the bone. Yeah. Like you fire, bro. Fuck that.
You know it's funny. Yo, shout out to Stuck B in the
your Drink Champs episode just for that.
Yes. Stuck B is in the chat room. You know what I'm saying? But no, I'm
that's my boy Stuck. What's up?
Yeah. Shout out, rest in peace, Sean Price. Always. You know what I'm saying? That's my brother. You know what I'm saying?
Check them out, all of them. Love them all.
Yeah. So I would never step on the crack because that's a snare. So you know when you go boom boom bap. If I stepped on the snare, I was off beat. So I would go walk in. I would go 1 2 step over, 1 2 step over, and that was boom bap.
Indeed.
Like I was really. Oh man, I was really, really crazy. I still don't eat after 2 p.m. I ate dinner at 2 p.m. today, went to the gym, did an hour and a half of cardio and did chest. Yeah,
intermittent fasting. I
yeah.
heard you say that, but I do the same thing, but I've been lacking. I've been slacking, bro. But
You know what though? Look,
now.
I'm the brother that will call at before AR Ab got locked up. Free Ab. Before AR Ab got locked up.
Billy, what up? Beans, what up?
Shout out to my homie Porilla too. And shout out to Dark Low. Before Ab got locked up, I was on him about how to lose weight. And me and him was really, really gonna build on stuff like that. And that's what I really want to bring to the hip hop community. I'm not telling you to be vegan. I'm not telling you, but I'm just telling us, yo, at the end of the day, we have to do more to live and give life because there's so much death. That's certain.
Indeed.
But like I said to the world, what I said to the world, you only die once, you live every day.
Exactly. Every day you wake up is another day you live.
Another day to make magic happen. You know what I'm saying? And, yo, the people don't understand. Like they be like, yo, you smiling a lot. I'm like, yo, man, I'm making magic happen. Look what we doing.
Exactly.
That's what
we doing every day. So at the end of the day, whenever I'm at my low point, I always look back at where I used to be, what I didn't have, and where I'm at, what I do have, because everything around me is answered prayers. You know, I'm an Israelite, so all praises to the Most High, in the name of Yahya Hamashiach. You know what I'm saying? Hamashiach. But I'm just a little nervous, forgive me. But I'm just saying, like, I really put the Most High in everything first. And I didn't have to worry about the streets. That's what I was telling you, because I put it all in his name. That's how I got my name, Hova Nissi. It was all through prayer, all through prayer, all through prayer. Feel me? So I'm here for that. You know, I'm putting the Most High first.
And if I'm not mistaken, this is your first ever interview, right?
Yes, like this.
Well, this is our third. No, this is our third because we tried once. I was like, we tried twice. 3 times is the charm, but you are,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, 3 times.
3
the
times.
Other 2, I appreciate the other 2, but you're right. Timing is everything, and I'm with you on that. I resonate with that frequency. So I'm like, yeah, let's do this at the time that we, it's time. It's time.
I believe that this is the highest point of where I'm at mentally. Like I'm so elevated right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like my focus. Sometimes the shit scare me a little bit. You understand what I'm saying? Because I be like, yo.
Because your focus is actually brilliant. And that's why, from a Rochester, upstate New York artist, I want to thank you, because you've done, these podcasts about like almost comparing us to them, and like, hold up, that, you actually open people's eyes to the work that we're putting in, and I commemorate you for that deeply, especially like if nobody said it to you, you got it right here. You feel me? Giving you your flowers. Upstate New York, definitely giving you your flowers, homie, for sure.
Facts. So, without any further ado, do you got what I asked you for ready to go? Do you got that?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so what I asked him for was I asked him to get on the Talkbox. I don't know if y'all know what the Talkbox is, but the Talkbox is not auto-tune. It is a device where you put a wire in your mouth, pause, but it's the device that Roger Troutman made famous, that Eric Sermon uses a lot, that Teddy Riley uses a lot, and it's a guy named Mr. Talkbox that uses that. He's all over that. But so you got that ready? Let's give him something with that Talkbox. Let's show off real quick.
I do, and the way I'm gonna move my stuff, I hope it don't get nobody sick or nothing like that.
They be all right.
But I got it right here, homie.
Yeah.
This is the Yamaha DX11. Is usually you use the Yamaha DX100. It's smaller, and you could use the Zapp and Roger patches. You know what I'm saying? Put it in there to get the most authentic sound close to it. But I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I actually did it manually in here. Right? So that's the synth that mainly be used for it. So here I have my personal tube. This is my personal tube.
You made it, or somebody you bought it?
I actually ordered it, right? From the actual Rocktron that makes the Banshee Talkbox. That's what I'm using. Because the one that I created was cool, but it wasn't as soft as this, this type of material is.
Got you.
And I need an extension so it could be easier for me to enunciate things.
Got you.
But other than that, this is what happens. You have, you know, right? So when you get a key, you finally get into a good key and you probably get a nice instrumental going, a nice production going. That's when you really like start you find the key and you start utilizing this stuff. You know, you go.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
you know, things that I've come up with. I have production. I have an album called Thug, The Hell on the God Part 2. And I have out of this into that because it's very West Coast. I have a song with the Outlaws. Shout out to Idi Amin and Young Noble. And I in the hook, I've really incorporated this in the hook. A lot of people's like, you know, I don't get it. I don't see what that is because they don't understand it's not auto-tune. But
yeah.
Dude, like the West Coast was eating it up.
Yeah.
You know, and shout out to Lowrider Lloyd. They loved them. They loved it. They, you know, in the East Coast, they don't, over here, they don't really, it's dope. But over there, they love it, they love it. You know
yeah.
They love it. So, like, I started utilizing this in a lot of my instruments, a lot of my music, because I'm literally about to be the first upstate artist, New York artist that truly implements this instrument into their production, into their music.
Ito Music, is that the real Ito? That's the real homie? I don't know if it is, but if it is, shout out to the homie. Okay.
That's family. Shout out to Ito.
Yes.
Shout out to Crack Era. That's my motherfucking guy. Love him to peace.
Shout out. See, we got Ito in the music. So, could I get California Love? You could do that?
Let's see if we can catch it. My bad, bro.
Yeah. Yo, you know, it's funny because I probably would sit in the crib and play with that all day. So, every beat, every song, they be like, yo, man, you're going to have to lay off that Talkbox. Yo, I love that. You know, it's funny because that's what I love about Eric Sermon. That right there. Because he used to sample more Bounce to the Ounce. People don't know that's Zapp and Roger. Yeah.
Yeah, that's that shit. When I first got
I think the more bounce is a lower key though. More bounce. Yeah, it's a lower key.
I would have to transpose, but Pete, right? I'm kind of nervous. That's all it is, man.
Nah. But see, you amongst family. Tell them when you came to BK, we sat down. We rocked out. You came to the office when I was at the office. So you amongst family. You know, the deal is I love talent, right? I love talent. I love Upstate, and your vibe is right. Like you know, and you've been very patient with me because you was like, yo, please put my interview out. Please put my interview out. Because I remember I said I had interviews and I was like, nah, it ain't ready yet. It ain't time. Like, it ain't time. And again, I think this is the time. This is your time. So now when you drop this music, you know, again, the right people going to see this interview and the right people going to know that you definitely got some fire coming. So if you did the Talkbox, what song that they can hear right now that you did with the Talkbox?
To be honest, I have an EP called Aqua Regia. I made it over the summer. It was for the summer. And that album is when I first got my Talkbox. And as I was learning and I was creating these songs that were just fire, you know, so I literally dedicated that album to the summer and to the Talkbox. It's fire. The production is fire. The album's like 10 songs, but it's a nice little EP. It's out right now on all platforms.
And what name do they look under?
Hova Nissi.
Okay.
So it's JHOVAH NISSI. You know what I'm saying? And the artwork was by Annex Graphics. He does graphic art for Smack URL.
Okay.
That's my boy. I have an album coming out soon. It's called Jovito. It's the Jovito LP. The artwork for that was done by Risky. Shout out to Risky. He made the original Machiavelli cover.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got people who's definitely put in work in the game.
Yes.
What's your nationality background?
I'm Puerto Rican, dog, all the way.
So,
you know, but biblically, I'm from the tribe of Ephraim. You know, to all my Israelites, you know what time it is.
Okay, so how does it feel that some people might say, "Yo, you nice for a Puerto Rican"? Does that bother you?
Not at all. I'm the
Okay.
new pun. I punish you straight like
Okay.
that.
Okay.
The new pun to punish you straight like that.
How do you rhyme to your own beats? Is it difficult?
Never.
Okay.
It's the most tailor-fitted type of feeling ever. It's like I'm my own tailor. Like, you know, I know exactly how I want to dress. I know my material. I know, you know, the colors. You know what I'm saying? And if it's rough around the edges, cool. I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm just trying to get I convey it correctly. You dig? That's all. I really work hard on my beats, but it's like that's how I do it. When I produce a beat, the beat actually brings my flow out. You know what I'm saying? So when I hear it, my words just start to conjure, just boom, 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 boom. I hear this, I hear that, and then, you know, I have a hook by the time I'm done with my beat, and then I'll just go and Mr. Green, get him on there, and I go ahead and
shout out to Mr. Green too. I met the homie. He came to the he came to the spot. So let me ask you something. What's your favorite?
Shout out to Mr. Green. That's my guy.
Yeah. What's your favorite Big Pun song?
You Ain't a Killer.
All right, and I know I rock with you because at the end of the day,
that's it.
That song is just so. The song is powerful.
The lies which God despise, people be better lies. It's all in the eyes, Chico. When we see them and read them for what they are, these are undercover cars.
Taking my picture like I'm a fucking star. Oh my God. Yo, now let me tell y'all a story of that. I used to be around Matty C a lot. He used to come to the crib a lot. He was the A&R for Loud Records. And he had a sampler. So on this sampler was You Ain't a Killer. It was on the sampler also was Dead Prez, Food, Clothing, and Shelter. You know what I'm saying? So these was all on a Loud sampler. And when I heard that You Ain't a Killer, even though I love Dead Prez, Food, Clothing, and Shelter, when I heard You Ain't a Killer, I was like, what the fuck is that? Yes, I was like, yo, dude.
The pianos did
it. Yeah. Young Lord produced that. A dude by the name of Young Lord.
Shout out to Young Lord, man. That shit was amazing.
And the drums is like an interpolation of Impeach the President.
That's I told you that was my favorite the last time we spoke.
Yeah. Because I was going to get it. Yeah.
Breakbeat, and that was crazy.
Yeah. So what is your favorite breakbeat? Tell the world.
Just Impeach the President. That's the one.
I love Impeach. Yeah. I've said that a few times.
I'm sorry, it's so cliche, but it's just that every time you hear it, it makes you rap. It makes you rap.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes. What's your second favorite drum break?
To be honest, think of this one because I got so many that I use, and one of them is actually off a rock beat, and I can't remember exactly the name right now, but I think it's
who used it? Tell me who used it, and I'll tell you the drum break.
It's not that. I'm sorry. It's just that I have a whole bunch of drum breaks. I have a whole bunch, and there's only a couple that I go straight to. But that's Impeach the President, and then there's another one that's a rock one. I believe it's I don't want to say the wrong one. Damn.
No, I said who used it. Tell me an artist.
My head is like White Snake and Van Halen, but it's none of them. Damn, I want to open it up bad.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying. Do you know any group that used the beat, that used the drums? Because if you tell me you use the drums, I'll definitely tell you who it is. I'm not dope at this.
No, I don't. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Not off top. I'm sorry. It might feel like you're fun, but no, these are my favorite break beats. I chop them up and I always use them. I got them on a few of my productions when you listen to that shit.
A lot of people always say that the main ones are Joe Tex's Jane drums. You know what I'm saying? Big Beat is Incarcerated Scarface is the Detroit Emeralds.
Understood. No, it's none of that. But I got you. But like what it is, I got a production folder. It's called Loops, Kits, and Hits. Forgive me, my file management naming shit is crazy. That folder is like 20 gigs, and it's like full of all kind of folders.
I got all that. Listen, all that is on this computer too.
I truly use those more than break beats. I stood away from break beats because I like to combine, you know, a lot of sounds and stack a couple things.
You
You
know,
know what
I
I
don't
mean?
do that. You know, I don't like that. So shout out to Will33 for the donation. You know, it's funny because I like to use the kick, snare, and hi-hat from the same record.
Yeah.
Shout out to Joel's yes, I could get Stickman from Dead Prez. Again, if y'all see Stickman from Dead Prez, this is what I want my audience to do. Reach out to these artists and tell them, yo, I want you to do an interview with Doggie Diamonds. Could you do that? Because it be so many of them, I can't get to everybody. So I like a lot of people love they love synthetic substitution. Of course, substitution drums is, but what I liked about substitution and the skull snaps drums are very similar, but they're not the same sound. But on Onyx, Throw Your Guns in the Air, they programmed skull snaps like substitution. It's just so I'm that technical with it. I'm like, yo, they use those drums and program it like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's how, like, if I took a sample and I started sampling a piece that had pianos or something, I'll go further down the sample and I'll get the vocal. I'll get a vocal and I'll put a high pass filter on it and I'll throw that vocal over it. You know, it's kind of like doing that. So, you know, you're keeping the same, you're sampling from the same, you know, shit, layering it to make it more, you know, crazier. I do that with drums as well. But lately it's just certain sounds actually they combine well. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like steak, potatoes, and broccoli. You feel it's just like it combine well. We could take steak, chop it up 3 different ways. You know what I'm saying? And throw some dress. I like to, you know, it's just me. I'm colorful with it. But to be honest, that's the best way to do it. Like, you know, keep it together, like you're saying. You know, get the hi hat, the kick snare.
It just sound more in sync. Shout out to Natasha Kaline for the donation.
Uniform.
Let me ask you something.
Keep it uniformish.
Let me ask you something. Before the MPC, because that's fairly new, what was you using before that?
I wasn't making beats. Actually, I had a keyboard, a Yamaha keyboard.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I really wasn't making beats at the time. I was more or less just rhyming. I was out in the streets battling. You know what I'm saying? I was battling in the streets for money and, you know, tearing heads off for, you know, the hustlers in the hood, shit like that. So I was really in the beats. But Ito, you know what I'm saying? I used to go to his house back in the day. You know, shout out to E-Man. And like, you know, he always had like the beats, the hookup, the studio, and, you know, like, you know, Ito was always the guy to go to for anything like that. But so I was really in the streets. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to make my own beats on this Yamaha. They'll sound corny. I let Green Lantern hear my beats. It was like, yeah, you know, the rhymes is dope, but the beats, bro, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was because my equipment was whack.
This is honest though.
And I love the honesty. Like Green and never lie. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, you'll never lie. Like I'm the one who showed him how to unlock himself on Madden, on the Madden cards.
Oh wow.
He was like, Pi, how the hell you do this shit? I'm like, you gotta unlock yourself by going through the training and shit. You do this and that. Get the first Echo card, and then you boom, there you are, you quarterback. You know, so shit, real shit. That's Rochester history. They don't even know that.
Shout out to Bars and Hooks for the donation. So, do you spend a lot of time in that room like this?
Yes,
Bars and Hooks Hip Hop TV. Yes,
that's fire. Always, I work here. This is my headquarters, my home station. I know the lights is on. But if you could see over there, those pictures right there, those aren't really pictures. That's my diploma, my certifications for Pro Tools, for Logic, for what I got, Reason. You know, I got all kind of like, you know, I got all kind of certifications.
So you're a real audio engineer, not just somebody that went in their hands on. Got you.
I went to the Conservatory of Recorded Arts and Sciences in Phoenix, Arizona. I graduated from there. I'm an alumni there. Shout out to all my classmates, all my teachers. All my teachers are platinum, gold, or Grammy-winning teachers. It's a very reputable school for any kind of audio engineers, like boot camp for audio engineer. I got through that, and I had to do a what is it called? A graded internship. And I chose Quad Studios.
That's how you ended up in Quad. So yes, let me ask you something, and this is very important. Hip hop. If you got Stabbed and Shot intro. Yes, one of the great. Listen, that's in my gym playlist. Shout out to Ito for that beat. But if you got a Lloyd Banks session and they sent you the session to mix, how could you make that man vocals not sound so muddy? What would you do, man? Please tell me what you do. Because I love Lloyd Banks music, but I always think his vocals always sound too muddy. The best Lloyd Banks sounded was on I'm So Fly, but I think Timbaland might have touched that. But other than that, Lloyd Banks always sound really muddy to me. What do you do to take some of that mud out?
To be honest, are you asking me?
Yes.
Okay, audio engineer's professional opinion. I think he's moving around too many engineers. And that's why they can't capture his voice so quick, because he got a different type of voice. And if you sit there and work with him personally for a while, like a good while, an engineer can actually deal with his voice, find out his true frequencies, that fit in the pocket of mixes, and really get him in there with clarity.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? We do our best, of course, we're professionals, but sometimes these voices are the way they are. You know what I mean? So we can only do so much. So for instance, like if someone has too much sibilance in their pronunciation,
yeah.
We'll probably put like a
de-esser?
No. Oh, okay. Actually, I'll take my U87 and I'll take a toothpick, not a toothpick, a popsicle stick. And I'll tape it in front of the U87.
Oh, wow.
So what happens is the sharp S's that he's or she are pronouncing actually get distorted, kind of like diffused from that, because that's in the way. And you also capture the voice without true interference. Yeah. So it translates real nice. Those are little tricks and the tricks of the trade we kind of do. It's like, and then that helps. So another thing is different microphones. Microphones have different frequency responses. So if I have a dark voice and I have a bright mic, with a bright frequency response, that can actually cancel out and make my voice sound good. If I have a bright voice, I get like a warmer frequency response type of mic, and that can balance out the brightness of the voice and make it sound better.
Got you.
These are techniques I use. Another one, before you get Lloyd Banks into the studio, set up every microphone you have. You know what I'm saying? If you're in a professional studio setting, go into the equipment room, grab every studio equipment mic you can have. Get an SM57, fuck it. Get a U87. Get a AKG. Get them all.
Find his microphone that he needs that's gonna fit him.
Line them up and have him speak a phrase to each one. You feel me? Even against the vocal, have him spit like 2 bars on each one. They'll appreciate it. Trust me. It seems like a lot of work, but they'll appreciate it. The next thing you know, as an engineer, you could go ahead and listen in the control room or listen wherever you're listening. Hopefully it's acoustically treated somehow. And you can actually, A and B it all and find out what microphone brings his vocal out clearer before you even put any EQ or anything on it. It's already giving that presence in his vocal. Feel me?
Yeah, so you just gave a tutorial how we could save Lloyd Banks vocals, because I love his rhymes, but I do not.
That's how you approach any kind of session, any kind of artist.
Yeah, because I've gone on record to say I love Lloyd Banks as a rapper, but it sounds horrible.
I'm just teaching cats how to fish. You know what I'm saying? Like, get yours. You know what I mean? I'm that type of dude. You reach out to me, you got questions about the studio, I'm gonna give you the real answers, man. I'm gonna let you rock. I don't want no money. I just want you to sound great. I just want you to get over your hurdles and get to your next step, because time is precious. We die tomorrow, not what? You know what I'm saying? So if you need that valid information, holler. I'll help, because a lot of people want to hold it for money. I told you I'm an Israelite. Like, I don't care about money or monetary stuff. I do, but I don't. So don't get me on that. Don't kick me in my balls comments. But at the end of the day, it's like, I really am like helpful. And I like to make people lives a little easier. If you come across me, I'm gonna help you. I'm not gonna destroy you. I'm gonna try to help you. So you got questions that you don't think nobody can answer. Give me a shot. I might can answer them. You know what I mean?
So what is there such thing as the best mic, or is it the preamp? Like what because I see some people talking about, yeah, I got this, I got the damn, what's the preamp that everybody use? Damn, it slipped my mind.
Avalon.
Avalon. Everybody talking about I got the Avalon and I got
That's
the
one of the most popular. So the Avalon and the U87, the combination for that is gorgeous. That's the reason why it's so popular. And it was used in the 90s a lot. The U87 I got is a real 90s U87, and the Avalon I got is a true 90s U87 from them eras. So my shit's probably got used by Lord knows who. But at the end of the day, yes, all that matters. The reason why is because if you buy a $500 mic, you're going to want a $500 preamp or up. The preamp powers your microphone. When you hit phantom power, whatever's inside of that preamp is what's going to bring out your microphone to its fullest potential. So if it can't give your microphone that much power, your microphone is not going to be sounding as gorgeous as it should. It's not going to sound the price that you paid for it.
Yeah, because right now I'm on, not to cut you off, right now I'm on a Shure 50 SM7.
Yeah, I love
and I have to get the I gotta get the thing to I forgot what this called, but it's blue. I don't want to move it to make it besides the phantom power, because it's
a Personas too.
No. I wish I could show it to y'all, but I can't because I
it's
can't
all
move
good.
it.
It's all good.
Yeah.
This is the real. Let me just get to the real gist of it. Like I learned in school, like my teachers don't play they don't play no games. You know what I'm saying? So what I've learned, and I'm about to pass on to you and the audience, is basically this. You pay $3,000 for a mic, you pay $3,000 for a preamp. Straight like that. That's the only time when price matters. Is if you pay a $200 mic, you want a $200 preamp or up. The preamp is costs more than the mic, you're better. Way better. Your mic is gonna sound amazing because that's how they're built. That's why cats reach for Avalons and Manly Vox boxes and things like that, because their preamps are true to what they actually are, and they push that power and they give your microphone the brilliant sound that it's supposed to have. And like that, you could capture it when you're tracking, you could capture it, the way you're supposed to capture it. You're always going to need an acoustically treated atmosphere. That's a given. Like, I would rather pay more money for acoustics than anything else. I'll get my acoustics first and then start worrying about everything else. You know what I mean? If you want to just have fun, get little shit.
What's the best board? Like, is it a such thing as that? Because I know in home studios you don't need the SSL or all these big boards no more. What's the best board now?
Consoles are being hybrids now. They're being turned. But if you're an analog head, of course SSLs and Neves and things like that are going to lead because those are the top dogs. But you don't really need those to have a good analog sound. You know what I'm saying? There's Tridents out there. There's what's the other one I learned from? The Neil, can't remember. There's a few other consoles out there that will give you that beautiful, warm analog sound. You know what I'm saying? And you don't really need the SSL, but then if you really want an SSL, all you have to do is get like an analog 6. They're giving you like a few channels that sound like the SSL, you know what I'm saying? If not, you could try to get anything that is basically analog and is an actual console. You're not looking for a mixer or what's that called, like a sound reinforcement mixer, like a live sound. You're not looking for that. You could use those out, but you really want a console, because it transmits audio. So what that means, that when you record through it, you're getting the sound of the console. You're getting the actual warm, beautiful sound of the console itself. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, you're just passing through analog channels, which is all right. But you'll have to still add some type of, saturation, something to it to make it sound more warm. But when you got SSLs and stuff like that, these consoles actually transmit audio. So when they come out of that console into a tape, like an Atari or to a Pro Tool system, you get the warm sound. And if you're using a tape before Pro Tools, you get the warm tape compression as well. These are things that got lost in the game because everything went digital, but you know, Boom Bap tries to keep that. You know what I mean?
So income tax time coming. A lot of people gonna get a couple of dollars back. Some people might want to invest in themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They might not be rich, but they got $2,000
Yes.
and they want to build a studio.
Uh-huh.
Where do they go with that? Where do they get? How do they spend that $2,000? And what's the best thing for them to get for $2,000?
Okay. This is if you got bullet points, this is what it's gonna be: acoustics, computer, speakers, headphones, 2 pair preferably, a microphone, and then of course all the cables to connect all that.
Which costs a lot of money.
Right, and that you'll have a nice starter studio.
So when you tell them acoustics, let them know you're talking about like acrylics pads and stuff like that. That's what the acoustic. You're not.
No.
Okay.
Fuck no.
So what are you talking about? Because I thought. Go ahead.
We're talking about you're gonna go to Home Depot. You're gonna get some wood. You're gonna frame some shit out. You're gonna get some material to cover it. You're gonna go to your closest. Let me think. What's they call? Motherfucking people who be having like insulations and
Got
shit.
you. Okay.
You're gonna go ask for Owens Corning 703 rigid fiberglass, right? And you're gonna get 2x4s. You know what I'm saying? The thicker the better. The thicker the better. So basically, you're gonna take that, you're gonna wrap it with fabric, you're gonna put wood frames on it, and you're gonna hang it up around your room and get a true acoustic treatment into it.
Okay.
You know, that foam shit don't work. If you really want to test it, put all the foam in there, record your room, see what frequencies they're working on, and see what frequencies they don't. Then go ahead and do what I told you, and then go ahead and do that. That's gonna just blow your mind and understand that there's tricks to this trade. And although the chaotic eyeballs and all that help, I'm not gonna knock none of that. That's not the true way you want to do it, because the room itself has a sound. You know what I'm saying? And the reflections off the walls, you know.
What kind of fabric they want to know?
Anything that's breathable, burlap, tight knit burlap, speaker covering, like speaker fabric.
Yeah, like the grayish stuff. Yeah.
Speaker fabric will work. Anything that's breathable fabric, like you could breathe through the shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the sounds could get absorbed through the rigid fiber glass, but do not get any metallic back or any reflective back on it. You got to get just pure fiberglass, because there's some out there that got the black. I mean the mylar, the reflective aluminum foil looking shit on it. You don't want that. That stops the whole it absorbs the sound vibration.
Yeah.
Stops it. You know what I'm saying? It reflects toward it. You want it to go through, and when you put like the wood itself, you know, there's a whole bunch of shit out there that you could find out, but people not trying to show you. But once I showed you, like now, you could just go do your research and do it. But once you have the wood, the width of the wood, and you have, like, let's say you got 2 rigid fiberglasses in there, that's 4 inches. Your wood is probably like 6 inches in width, because you have another 1.5 inches or whatnot of like a membrane between the wall and the fiberglass. So it hits the fiberglass and it hits the wall. It gets trapped in that membrane before it even gets through the fiberglass back to you. So now you're getting rid of comb filtering, and standing frequencies and comb filtering in your room, you know, and you're going to hear the true sound coming out your speakers, which in turn allows you to hear spatial positioning better, which is panning. You hear your frequencies better. So when you're cutting in EQ and you're boosting in EQ, you will hear it. Even the subtleness movements, you'll actually hear it because of your acoustic treatment. And that's how you can actually mix to get your stuff translating correctly, you know, to the mix.
Got you. Will 33 says, where can we purchase the analog system and website? I'm not really sure what he's talking about. Do you understand that question?
To be honest, reverb.com is like my favorite place. And if you want anything analog, any consoles, any Tridents, anything like that, you got them. And they got them, and they're they got good prices. So you definitely get your hands on a nice analog system, on reverb.com. I'm not even doing that for like props or nothing. That's just where I go to, my guy. You heard?
So we got $2,000 for everything that they just bought.
Yes.
What would that run them? Will they be close to their $2,000, or will they be still have some room left?
I would never insult the intelligence of our viewers, but depending on how smart they are and how computer savvy they are, they can find most of this shit cheap as fuck. And they got Amazons, they got Facebook Markets, they got reverb.com, they got shit like that. They got Guitar Center that be having used shit. Every time I go to Guitar Center, Sam Ash, anywhere.
Yeah. That's why I got my MPC 2000 XL. That shit was
got used, and then they got it for whatever price, and I talk them down. Yep. I show them cash, like, you want this right now? Like any, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, excuse me, but yeah, that's basically exactly what you do. You got to be out here kind of shuffling, but you'll find a lot of this stuff that I'm mentioning, even good quality stuff. Cats who just upgraded and getting rid of their old stuff.
Yes.
It's yours, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta look for it, little shuffle, fam. You know, and you good.
Mac or PC?
Mac.
Okay.
Mac, but depending on how PC savvy you are, like if you build computers and you know how to give it its power, you know how to just keep it the way it is. I know it's very jittery with PCs, but there's a lot of PCs that work phenomenally, because of their RAM and because of their, their build, you dig? But for someone who just doesn't know all that stuff and just wants it to just work.
Yeah. You ain't got no time to be learning all this stuff. Okay.
And also Mac is industry standard. So it helps you get a foot in the game. It's kind of like iPhones, it's like a lot of these artists got iPhones as opposed to Androids because iPhones are more popular in our culture.
I actually got both. Well, I got the Note 20 and I got the iPhone 11. That's just me personally. I'm both of them.
I dig that. I got a tablet, so Android tablet I draw on.
Okay, yeah.
Other than that, yeah, Macs. Go for a Mac. Go for a Mac 2013 and up. I don't know what time frame we at now, but you don't have to get the latest and the greatest. Just get the shit that works and a RAM. Remember RAM. The more RAM you got, the less skipping, stopping,
latency, all of that, yeah.
Less processing, because the latency is actually on your interface.
Yes, so you're right.
Universal audio, the processing happens in the interface and it takes it away from your computer. That's where you don't get no latency. That's why a lot of people go to universal audio or anything that's low latency. There's Antelope, and I believe SSL just came out with one as well. That's like $200 for personal people. Is fire, and it should be low latency. But if it's not, go get Antelope. It's definitely low latency, and it's $500. It's cheaper than the Twin. So, you'll have low latency recording with DSP chips, and you'll sound beautiful. And, it'll sound good in your ears as you record. You won't have those nuances. You dig?
Got you. So, how could because I know from this.
This time, guy.
What'd you say?
Picking my brain this time.
No, this is what I'm saying. This was about, like, we teaching.
I love it. Yo, shalom, bless to everyone out there learning. This is what I do, fam. I'm a hip hop head. I'm an artist and I'm an engineer. It's what I love to do, man. It's all right.
So
I got one more on you though.
Go ahead.
I got 5. I do graphics, bro.
I do graphics too. Everything you see on the screen.
I got 5 on you, doggy. All right, let's go.
Everything you see on the screen, I did that. All the banners, all the glitches. Yeah. But yeah, so you got the 5. What about the sound card?
Those are the DSP. Well, okay, sound cards. Sound cards are something that we used to install into our
computer. Yes.
We don't really need those. Everything is USB right now.
Yes.
But if you can get it to Thunderbolt, that's better. Again, you don't have to have the latest and the greatest. You just have you know, my computer behind me there, 2013 iMac. You know what I'm saying? i5 price processor. You know what I'm saying? It costs like 1,700, but it's not the latest and the greatest. But it has Thunderbolts inputs, and you know, it's good for now.
What is
So that's
Thunderbolt inputs for people that don't know?
those are like USB-C.
Okay.
USB-C, and also Thunderbolt 3. And you know, they just do things faster. So at the end of the day, it's like 40 megabytes per second. Never mind. So I'm just saying, like right now, it's just like you're using that. I'm using that on my universal audio because after Firewire, they don't use Firewire no more. Now it's more or less Thunderbolt. So I ain't have to go get the latest and the greatest Mac. I just got the almost like the first or second Mac that had the Thunderbolt inputs. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And that's it. Now I got, you know, I got a nice UAD. I don't got the black one. I don't need the black one. You heard? I could buy the same plugins that they sell for the silver one for the black one. What you're paying more for is the DSP chips. So if you get an 8 or a 16, that means you're going to be able to use more processing power on your plugins. Instead of 8 plugins, you could put 16 plugins, you know, just, you know, for simple shit. You know what I mean?
So, let me see. The last person wanted to know, what producers influenced you? I really think Sir Jinx was special, but so underrated. So what producers influenced you?
You know, it's Premier, it's Blaze, just Blaze, it's Dre, you can't forget Dre, Jay Dilla, shout out Dilla, shout out to the whole 313, my guy Firstborn, pay, you know, oh man, I got a whole family out there. You know, Iron Fist Records, my guy Proof, love you to pieces, Mama Pepper. Know what I'm saying? This is all my 313 family, so I'm just giving them a second. But other than that, you know, I love Ito. Ito's a great producer. I love Spess is fire. Of course, myself. Who am I missing? I'm missing Boot Camp Click. Beat Miners.
Yes. Wow, whoa. See, nobody talks about the Beat Miners like that. Come on, man.
That gotta stop.
The Beat Miners was crazy. You know what I'm saying? The Beat Miners is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
So shout out to Evil B. Shout out to
Evil D and Mr. Walt, man.
Man.
Yeah.
I fuck with, like, you know what I'm saying? Excuse me, who else? Beat Knox.
Okay.
Knox. You know what I'm saying? Who else? These are the guys that, like, I got a beat that's been stuck in my head since the 90s, and I can't remember, like, who song it was. But Sean Price always used to open up with it. He was like, hey, babe, you're fading. Hey, can you see it? Oh, there no me dancing. And wanna dance no more. And it's like, that's the sample. And I'm like, yo, I forgot who made that beat. If you can help me out, I would love that instrumental. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? There's a few. Oh, Pete Rock. Woo.
Oh yeah, that's you know, that's my favorite.
Havoc.
Yeah, Pete Rock. I'm ain't gonna front. I do
made fire ass beats. Eminem made fire ass beats.
No, I ain't gonna lie. I do like the old Havoc. Havoc hasn't made anything that I liked in years, and I'm just gonna be real. You know what I'm saying? The old Havoc, I really, really do like a lot.
But I got some Southern. I like Mike Will Made It. I like you know what I'm saying? What's the other cat that's down there, man? There's another one. I met Mike Will Made It in person with Green Lantern, and Gucci was there at Patchworks in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying?
So like Young Metro.
Oh yeah, I like him too. So it was Metro. I like him because, you know, I'm sorry it's so cliche, but I'm really like so stuck in the studio, my guy. Like, I really just worry about New York music and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, shut them out. All the producers.
My favorite Southern producer was actually, I liked I like Little John. I think Little John was dope.
He was dope.
Yeah, Little John was dope. And I'm trying to get this kid's name who did a lot of stuff for Rick Ross. What the hell is his name, man?
Shit, Rick Ross beats was fucking.
And Eric Sermon. Yeah, how we ain't saying Eric Sermon?
Eric Sermon. Shout out to Jersey. Yeah, shout out to Paige. Shout out to Young Z. Shout out to Rob Dick.
No, Jersey is Eric Sermon's Long Island.
Said I. He is.
Yeah, don't do that. Eric Sermon is
I'm
Long
sorry,
Island. Yeah,
but
yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah.
they all affiliated with
Yeah.
Redman. I just thought
Got you,
Redman
got
when
you.
you said that. And shout out to Redman.
Yeah,
Shout out
yeah.
to my whole Newark, New Jersey family. Cause you know I was raised in Jersey. My father lived out there. My mother lived in Rochester. So I'll go out to Jersey for all the extra summers and all that. So I grew up in Park Avenue, Parker Street. Shout out to Jersey.
And another slept-on producer
Newark.
that don't get a lot of credit is Buck Wild.
Oh yeah, Buck
Buck
Wild.
Wild.
That's fire.
Yeah, Buck Wild.
That's fire.
Yeah.
Like,
So
it's like, okay, can I say one more thing?
go ahead.
Why upstate New York definitely keeps our sound is because it's nostalgic. It's nostalgia. Know what I'm saying? And again, we just want to hear what out here, what we are used to and what we love. And being that it's not out there like that, that's why we putting it forward. We stick to our guns, man. Shout out to the whole upstate. Bars, Buffalo, Albany, Rochester, Syracuse, and all in between. Elmira, shout out to Sharp, DeMarco. You know what I'm saying? All these cats I'm working with, man. Upstate is fire. You coming, baby.
So before I go, let me get you in some trouble. Top 5 MCs of all time and top 5 producers of all time. Let's start with the MCs.
I just gave you my producers, I believe.
Okay.
There was I got to add Timbaland in there. I'm sorry, but Timbaland at a time when I was young, he was the one who kept me partying. You know what I'm saying? He got me through a lot of trouble. You know what I'm saying? So I got to shout out Timbaland. But, I got Dre, got P Rock. You know what I'm saying? I got Beat Miners, Eva D, of course. I got I'm gonna stick to my guns.
Yeah.
My guns, that's it. And then I'm gonna keep with Ito, and I'm gonna stay with myself, and I'm gonna stay with Spence, and any Rochester producers. We fire. That's how we move.
So what we doing on the MCs?
And DJ Shay, bless Shay, man. That was one of the greatest dudes on earth. So Shay, DJ Shay.
Yeah. What we doing with the MCs? Who's the top 5 MCs of all time?
For me, all time. All time. Remember, we eras now. All right.
I combine them all. I don't do eras. I combine them all because the top 5 can never be taken out to me. When you got a Mount Rushmore,
I think my top 5 includes all the eras.
Okay, so do that. Go ahead. Let's do that.
All right. So I know Machiavelli. Shout out to Machiavelli. Shout out to Outlaws. That's my guy. Top 1. Always gonna be Machiavelli.
So Tupac is number 1.
For me, always.
Okay.
No. I gotta go with, I'm gonna stick true to myself. You know what I'm saying? Cool G Rap.
Okay. Yeah.
Big Pun.
Okay.
Big L.
Okay. One more.
I need one more, right?
You got one more.
My true legendary artist is this is an important one because I don't want to sound, I want to be true to myself here. These are very important to me. You know what I mean? Who's the last one? Notorious B.I.G., homie.
Okay, I can't be mad at that list. I got
Brooklyn, man, Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry I didn't really add 2 of the earlier MCs. It's because I really grew up in all the eras. And I was a baby when, LL Cool J and Run DMC and, Skylar, all of them was like dominating. You know what I'm saying? Like I was younger. I grew up in 89 is when I truly started falling in love with hip hop. And that's when, it started turning into the 90s, and we was dealing with more MC8s and, and Poor Righteous Teachers. Shout out to Wise Intelligent, and X-Clans. And, it was different. We was going through a whole weird transition, the early 90s, until it started hitting the 94, 95, 96.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? 97 and so on. I was there for that.
Yeah. So what I want you to do right now, tell the people about the projects you have right now and where they can find them.
Yes. Aquarigia is on all platforms right now.
How you spell that?
AQUA REGIA.
Okay.
It means royal water, king's water.
Okay.
King's flow, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's just an introduction, and it was just something light for the summer. But Jovito, the LP, is on its way real soon. I have Chris Rivers on that album.
Okay.
And I also have Pace One from the Outsiders on that album.
Interested. Okay.
Yes, I have music with Young Z and Rod Digger
Okay.
on that album. Shout out to the whole Jersey. I got another album after that, which is called Thug Life. It's gonna be a double CD or double whatever, because we ain't on CDs right now. You know, double album. And one side is for the West Coast, one side is for the East Coast. West Coast, I got Daz, I got Outlaws, I got a few other. What's West Coast? And then the East Coast, you know what I'm saying? I'm still working on a few on the East Coast, but a lot of it is local artists. I really want to deal with more of the local artists. I deal with like my man Sean Ye. I got Riggs, you know what I'm saying? I got my boy Tech, you know what I'm saying? Me and Black G's got an album together that's coming out, and Gloucester Part 2 will be coming soon. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I'm just literally branching out. I know you ain't heard nothing yet so much, but it's coming. I'm coming out the background to the forefront. So just trust me on this. You'll hear about Hova Nissi a lot more, you know, in the near towards the summer and going on. You dig?
So give them your social media, how they could stay in contact with you, see you, and you know, follow you.
So at Hova Nissi, HOVANISSI. That's my Instagram, my Facebook, my Twitter. If you go to my Instagram and follow me, whatever, there's also a link tree on my IG. So it's more important you go to my IG because there's a link tree and it takes you to my YouTubes and it takes you to my other social media. It's real simple.
Yes.
So you follow me on IG. You go to me at IG at Hova Nissi, HOVANISSI. You know, you follow me there, then you go to my link tree, and then you'll find my YouTube, you'll find all my other links and situations right there.
So your YouTube, do you have music videos on your YouTube right now?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Shout out to Fred the Godson. If you want to see me right now, just put NY is back, Fred the Godson, and you're gonna see me and my boy Fred. Know what I mean? That's it's just that I've been in the background working and I got a lot of content built up. So when I do release, you know, it's gonna go heavy. It's not a wave, it's a flood. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So the waves are over. You know what I mean? It's the flood time. You know what I mean?
Got you. All right. So yo, man, I want to thank you for coming through. We finally did it. We live in front of the audience. We finally got it done so we could do a little promo on this. You could tell people that we finally made it happen. You know what I'm saying? And this ain't gonna be the last time that I bring you on here. I think a lot of information was given in here. So for all you up and coming producer, engineers, MCs, if you want to get that dope sound, go back and rewind this. And as he's giving you bullet points, you need to write it down and then go to this man, follow him and say, yo, thank you for them points because you got my studio session sounding crazy. You know what I'm saying? Anything you want to say before I close you out?
Yeah, I said, I be giving bitches the chills out in Beverly Hills. Fuck them out they hills, off Henny and pills. Can't tell me shit if you ain't hit the casinos in Reno yet. The highest nigga under the sun, God, like Emotep. Whoa, I look at you and I see no threat. Stepping in Valentinos, I bet you ain't seen those yet. The true king, I be crushing fools. But I'ma let them do their thing cause I ain't trying to rush and rule. Let a nigga try me, he's playing the wrong game. You're killing yourself, you'll inherit the long flame. Can you dig it, bro? I'm getting dough and pretty soon the figures will show. The figure aurora will glow. Fedora and fro, whoa. Holding no menorah and my fringes are gold. Beard fully grown and I'm screaming shalom. I'm from the streets though, so I ain't never gonna lose my grit. I'm not a Christian, this ain't religion, don't confuse my shit. Mama told me there'll be days like this, so I switch and hit you with the blade like this. Then I pull out the fifth, bow, and split your shit. Then tell your bitch shit with me now. Go get your shit, can't let the devil get a grip. So my nose in the book, and whenever Hov rolls his nose, niggas book. And whenever I chose to stare, they didn't look. Marina Abramovic, their spirit was getting cooked, nigga.
Hey,
Fuck
man. Yeah. Hey, I didn't even ask for that, but I'm glad we got that. So, yo, bro, I'm going to holler at you later on. Thank you for coming on here. We finally got it done, and that's what it is. So I'm in the top of this first, the first comment pinned to this will be your social media so people could go, you know, check it out. and see what you all about, if they, if they want to follow up with you, which they should, so I thank you for joining me tonight. I'll holler at you later on. Peace.
To
Go
all
ahead.
the audience and the viewers, if y'all don't know who Doggie Diamond is, y'all learn who the fuck he is. If you're new to this shit, subscribe, like. This nigga is the truth. He gave us slight, and I'm gonna give his flowers. Lady pieces, King.
Thank
Shalom,
you.
everybody.
Yeah. Peace. All right, I'll holler at you later on.
Yep.
So yeah, everybody, my job as somebody with a platform is to bring different people on the platform that we never heard, we never saw. And I like the fact that we saw them here. You know what I'm saying? So you might not know who he is, but the dope thing is that he gave a lot of information. So the information that he gave was so valuable that we can't even put a price on that. You know what I'm saying? Because information is key. I keep telling y'all right now, intelligence is the new gangster. It ain't who you shot. It ain't who you fought. It ain't who you beat up. It's knowledge itself. And this man know who he is. He know his stuff. He even corrected me. I would have been, get some Arylics pad like a damn fool. So he gave me some information that I didn't even know. I had Arylics pads in my studio. So now I'm like, oh, fiberglass and go get some damn wood. Okay, cool. So now I know. So it's not about names. It's not about popularity. It's not about followers. Everybody has a gift, and that man's gift is production. His gift is he did the Talkbox in front of us. I wish I knew how to do that shit. He did the Talkbox in front of us. He could rap, and he could produce, and he knows the tech side. Do you know how valuable that is? And he took time to go get his education, and then he passed off his intellectual property to the audience for free. So that right there, to me, is worth a follow. You know what I'm saying? It's worth a follow. It's worth to just stay up with him. It's worth listening to his product. And even if you don't, that don't resonate with you, listen to the next one. If this project don't resonate with you, listen to the next project. You know what I'm saying? And just keep going. And again, we got to give artists room to grow. So the deal is, it's not about how many people watching you. It's about who's watching you. The numbers don't matter when you hit the right people. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. So with that, I'm Doggie Diamonds. This is Doggie Diamonds TV. I'll holler at y'all later on. I'm out of here. Until next time, tomorrow I'll be back. If I'm not mistaken, tomorrow I'll be back with Timbo King. You know what I'm saying? Timbo King is tomorrow. Timbo, what we doing? I call Timbo right now on the phone, but I'm gonna make sure that man's Instagram is the first comment pinned. And again, he taught me stuff that I ain't know, and I have a lot of knowledge. So with that, I'll holler at y'all later on. Until next time, we be back tomorrow 9:30. Come on, y'all might as well just set 9:30 out. Like you ain't doing nothing at 9:30. It is what it is. Shout out to all my moderators. Shout out to everybody who donated. Shout out to everybody who's in the chat room. Again, we work every night. We work every night. You know what I'm saying? I'm out of here. Peace. Oh, and follow me on social media at Doggie Diamonds. And if you didn't see my Drink Champs interview, you're bullshitting yourself. It's on Revolt TV. At Doggie Diamonds. DOGGIDIAMONDS. I'm out of here. Peace, y'all. Make sure you click subscribe. YouTube.com/Doggie Diamonds TV. Until next time. Peace.